Hello Warfighters, war is hell. Welcome to the next episode in the series where we're taking a look at what could happen if there was a second Falklands war. The last episode was absolutely important as we saw the British return to the islands in their invasion. Now, checkpoints that I'm at right now here and I'm protecting is of the utmost importance to the overall Argentine defense. By us holding positions like this, we can deny Britain the access to roads, and it needs to be able to make a quick run into the islands. And it also allows civilians, like in this vehicle here, to be able to get out of this location to a more safe area. Now, there are very, very few civilians that are in this area, so we don't see too many vehicles like this, but we still want to make sure check that there's no explosives or anything like that that's kind of going on. So whenever I see vehicles like this, you know, I'm always going to go ahead and do that check, and then I'll go ahead and lift up the gate here and be able to let them move on. But the fighting is taking place in front of us, not too far away, of course, but the only way we would expect to see any action is if there were any breaks in our lines. However, if there is a break, we're under orders to hold this position at all costs. So, before we get too deep into this anymore, though, I feel like I've kind of gone ahead and given away the briefing. Let's go ahead and get to it now. So as of the last episode, this was what we saw for the Falkland Islands, completely under the control of Argentina. However, since then, the United Kingdom has been able to get a foothold on the islands, as you can see up here on the northwest portion of the East Falkland Islands. Now, this position here, Foul Bay, is heavily defended. Despite a few attempts at counterattacks, there really has been no change in the lines in the last couple days. However, the United Kingdom is planning a push forward here throughout the northern part of the East Falkland Islands. So as I mentioned, positions like what I have are absolutely critical to stopping the United Kingdom. Me and my fire team, we're going ahead right now and just doing a quick check around the outside of this position just to make sure that there's nobody around. This is not the best position, of course, but we'll make do with what we've got. Oh, wow. Okay, we're already coming under fire here early on. It looks like up by those trees, there's a squad of British infantry. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into this Humvee here and try to see if I can take them out from here. It's going to be a little bit difficult for me to be able to see them at this range and also to be able to hit them here too, but I'm going to do the best that I can to hit these guys. I think I took one out there. Now that white smoke is going to make it a lot more difficult for me to be able to see the enemy. Of course, I'm going to have to rely on the other guys here at this checkpoint to be able to take them out. We do have a good amount of defenses, though, for us to be able to hold this position. I've got 50 cals on the top of each one of these bunkers on the right and left of the road. I've got an APC, as you can see at the front. The Humvee that I was on also has a 50 cal. But I also have a mortar set up back here to be able to take out any enemy that might be kind of grouped together. So I see this guy's on the move. Try to see if I can hit that right in front of his location and potentially take him out. Well, there's a guy up there.
Sniper, 400 meters, southwest.
Now, we're under a tremendous disadvantage here by having to use iron sights. You know, not able to really get a good zoom, of course, on what's going on. I mean, if you're using iron sights, you get no zoom whatsoever. But checking these lines, we're looking pretty good. I don't think we've sustained any casualties yet here, from what I can see. All right. However, I do a little bit of a deeper look, and I see not only are enemy coming now over on the left, but the guy who was manning the 50 cal up here has been killed. Now I'm going to try and hop on it, but I'm not going to be able to see these guys through that netting. So I'm going to just jump off here. Try to jump off here. Get back in the Humvee and see if I can take these guys out that are along the left side. Now, I'm also hearing some fire off to the right, too. They may be kind of coming back along that same position that they kind of came from earlier. Now, the fact that I'm seeing more than one squad here kind of leads me to believe we have seen a break in our lines in, you know, maybe one position or more from the direction that they're kind of coming in. Now, we haven't seen anybody, of course, fall back. And so it just might be... Oh, there's more guys up there. These guys have broken through, but we haven't completely lost our lines yet. Try and take these guys down as quick as possible. Now, I'm the 50 cal, of course, it's closest to their location, so I'm taking actually considerable amount of fire from the guys who are able to shoot. So my survival really depends on me taking those guys out pretty quick. All right, I think we're good. Going back, checking the lines here. I had to do a couple heals to some of my guys, but again, gosh, it does not take long before we come under fire again. I'm thinking the guys are over off to our left, but no, they're up to the front. Just coming from the top of that hill, you guys can kind of see they're engaging us from a pretty long range. Now they're using all of their advantages to their benefit right now. I've gone ahead, as you can see, made some adjustments to how the defense is set up. You know, I've got my own guys occupying each one of the 50 cals, both at the top of the bunker over on the left and also the Humvee too. So that way I can kind of focus on using my mortars here to try and take down these guys. That's going to take about 25 seconds to be able to get to that location. But yeah, the fact that they've got distance here, able to kind of see us here from that elevated position and nullifying what our walls will kind of do for us here. This is the best thing that they can be doing. Now I expect now we'll start to see some casualties. Drop that guy, and any second that mortar should fall. Try and take that guy down. Yeah, that fell short. Where did that one go? All right, well, we've got 3 guys that are along that road.
Enemy spotted. Sniper, half a click.
I may have to get back on the mortar here and see if I can take those guys out. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that one. All right, so there they are. Go ahead and fire another round. Again, another 25 seconds to be able to get to the target. Now that cover for them along that road, it's a great position for them to hold themselves up at. Just fire pot shots down on our location. Wonder if this will kind of fall up there. All right. A little bit farther back than what I had anticipated, but oh, we've got somebody who's
Soldier, half a click.
trying to get in a position of fire on us. Now this guy, he could do a lot of damage from where he's at. So I've got the APC opening fire on him. He's trying to move for cover. Now I'm guessing he was probably thinking we were so focused on what was going on for the road that we wouldn't spot him, but you know, he's out in the open and well, he paid the price for it. I wonder where he's trying to get to. There's another guy that's up there. Was there someone else? Good eyes. That guy almost got into position. Now that grenadier could have dropped some 40mm rounds just right on us. Those grenades would do a lot of damage too. Alright, he's down also. Man, he was so close. Alright, it's calmed down for a little bit. Just kind of been looking around 360 and not able to spot these guys, but it looks like they came up over the hill a little bit farther down for the guys that we saw earlier. The only way I'll be able to take him down really is with the mortars. You can see it's a sizable group of them too. Alright, drop it on them. Oh, that guy's pretty close. I should take just 13 seconds to get there. Oh, that guy's moving. Oh, he's dead.
Man, 300 meters.
All right, a lot of these guys have fallen. Looks like my mortars were ridiculously effective here in taking them down, but I'm taking some fire, so I'm going to go ahead and just move. The fact that the mortar is in the position that it's at right now does not provide me good cover from what's behind me. I get a lot from what's in front of me into the three sides, but... All right, so I get up here and I find out that my guy's been injured pretty bad. He's actually not wanting to get back on the 50, so I'm effectively going to lose that one. But I don't know if you guys caught it. While I was up there, there was a vehicle that was coming down that road. He's kind of moved into the trees over on the left. Yeah, he's not getting in. All right, so my AT weaponry here, we're going to move and see if we can take out that vehicle. It's not a heavily armed vehicle, so one shot from this would be fine, but you know, we've been hit pretty badly in the last little bit, so I can't afford really to have a vehicle really push its way through here. Of course I get hit as I'm trying to advance. Go ahead and patch myself up before I go back and try and move on those guys. Okay, so I'm going to run across the road. I'm going to try and get to the sandbags up to the front, over to the right, and I'm trying to see if I can spot what they're shooting at here. It looks like they're shooting at guys a little bit farther up, but there is the vehicle here. I think we might have killed the gunner, maybe the driver too, but just in case, I'm going to take it out. I think I scored. Oh, I might have hit that tree. That might have been what did it. Now, this is only used once and can't really use it anymore, so I've dropped it. I'm going to try and see if I can't take those guys out.
Man, half a click, southwest.
I'm going to see if I can go ahead and find another one of them here to try and take that out. Because I don't want any guys to just get in it and start opening fire on us. Because these guys, with all the fire that we've been taking around us, you know, we're doing a pretty good job at taking out whoever does come our way, but some guys might be able to get by as our numbers are beginning to thin considerably. All right, readjust. There we go. Took it out. All right. Yeah, our numbers are thin now. Okay, we've got to be a lot smarter about how we kind of defend these positions left. Oh, that's a huge group coming up. It's a good thing I caught them as I was going back in this direction. Now, I don't know what's going to be the best thing for me to be able to do with the sheer number of them. Getting up on that 50 cal on the Humvee is going to be pretty risky. I dropped that guy, at least. But yeah, I really can't go ahead and put my weapon on the sandbags, and I can't lay down and prop myself up in a way that's really going to be too helpful. So I'm going to take the risk and get in this. This is another great position for the enemy to take because they're just firing down on us. All right. There's one guy down. They're throwing smoke. So I've got to try and get these guys as quick as possible. I'm going to reload, of course. Oh, man. Well, because of that, that smoke's going to cover a lot of their lines. Just blind fire, basically, through it. Unless I get back on the mortars, I may have to do that. Yeah, I'm going to get out of this. Done what good I can. And it's also been damaged pretty bad, as you guys saw. So I'm afraid if I take too much fire, especially from like 40 millimeter or something like that, it could just make the whole thing explode.
Need help.
Alright, we'll go a little bit closer here. Changing the angle of it should fall quicker here. So I'll get 2 rounds almost on that location. There's one that falls. second one shouldn't be too far behind.
Area clear.
Oh, there's still another guy on there. That one fell a little bit higher up the hill. I'm pretty sure it took some guys out. Oh, we've got more guys coming down from here. This is getting nuts. This must be a total break at one point in our lines.
Rifleman.
Now,
Half a click. Bearing 225.
once this started, we alerted HQ that we've come under enemy fire. Unfortunately, there's no reinforcements that are available for us, so we've just got to sit here and fight it out as long as we can. Now, it has been steady fighting for actually quite a while. I've cut a lot of it out because I know this could get to a very, very long episode. But yeah, it has been non-stop, basically. I'm surprised any of us are really still alive, one, and then also two, that we still have some ammunition left. But you can see I'm running low on 50 cal for this vehicle. You can imagine the APC is running low too. And so we might have to do some close quarter combat unless they're able to fall back. That was a little too high. Yeah, it's tough with iron sights just all around, like not just on the FNFAL, but also on this too, because at this range, I'm not able to see exactly where it falls. All right, take more of these guys out.
Out of ammo.
Yeah, trying to hit us on two sides. Good strategy, but surprisingly, we're able to go ahead and hold them back. Well, there's a guy standing up. Dang it.
We got a man down.
All right, so I'm on my last belt here. Got less than 100 rounds now. And there's still guys that are popping up over here. This is probably got to be a huge main thrust here for them. But these roads, as I mentioned, are critical. Because if they can go ahead and take these roads, then that'll allow them to get their armor through quicker. Vehicles, supplies, everything.
Man. Half a click. Bearing 225.
All right. Oh, there's guys up kind of close to the top of that hill over on the right. Dang it. We'll see if they end up getting in position, but that means they're going to try and hit us on 3 different sides. Got to keep holding, though. Orders are to hold this at all costs. That's kind of what we've been going with here. No pushing back.
Rifleman, 100 meters.
Well, there's been lots of pushing back, but no falling back. All right, I'm going to get out of this vehicle here. I think I've done as much as I can over on that side. They might have gotten around us. See, there's somebody that they were spotting just back in this location. At some point, though, I'm going to have to either get out of here or kind of take the fight to them. Everybody besides one other guy in my fire team is alive. Surprisingly, the gunner in my APC is still alive, too.
Southwest.
Gosh, dang it. These guys are persistent. They really want to take this.
Contact soldier.
All right, I'm going to have to take the 50 rounds that I have left and use them wisely on these guys.
Contact soldier.
Got to make sure I get a good shot on each one. So I'm making sure I aim.
Clear.
Of course, this guy who's running perpendicular. There we go, 22 rounds left. Still up, I think. Oh, dang, yeah, I'm taking some fire. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up into the APC. I don't think there's a driver in it right now. So I'll kind of move in there. And we're going to use the APC to be able to take the fight up to them. There's really nobody alive in this post. And so it's me and one other person. Or actually, No, there is one other guy. But he's hunkered down in the top of the bunker on the left. The guy who got injured pretty bad and is refusing to get on the 50 cal. Alright, so I'll make the push up this road and hit the guys who are up there. Wasn't able to find any, but I'm coming along what was our left on these hills. Because I remember taking some fire.
South.
But there's some guys who are up here. Oh, yes. Being as aggressive as we can here. Taking them down. Alright, so I'm going to do just one more check around to make sure that we're good. Couldn't find anybody. So we've been able to successfully hold this position with great loss of life, unfortunately. But that's going to be this episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. More of this to come later on. So make sure you guys subscribe if you've not already. Remember, you could follow me on Twitter at WarIsHell. But thanks again, Warfighters. War is hell, but you don't have to worry because Warfighters, I've got your six.